got my cup of coffee, and I sat there for a while. I won't watch the news today, it always brings me down. And you know I miss you, and your perfect little smile. Welcome to America, you're in my heart where I'm in Rome. Welcome to America, it's been so long since I've been home. Your star shines so bright. You are a guiding light. I came back in the evening to a home I once called mine. Another shot of whiskey and a chill went down my spine. The end of another day, my life is now so bright. And I miss you and your perfect little smile. Welcome to America, you're in my heart where I'm in Rome. Welcome to America, it's been so long since I've been home. Your star shines so bright. You are a guiding light. I'm home one last time. Everything's changed so much. Reason me is out of touch. I'm in Rome. I've been home. Your star shines so bright. You are a guiding light.
How's it, everybody? And welcome to the Daily Pigeon. My name's Andy Bumatai.
And I'm James Money.
And you are the Hamajang Gang.
And all you have to do to join the Hammerjang Gang is go into the comment section and post anything.
Post
Yeah,
anything.
say hello.
Yes, and for those of you right now who are going, I'm going to type anything.
Yeah.
Miles already beat you to that last week. And on this show, by the way, we editorialize news items, most of which have to do with Hawaii, to give the migrated Hawaiians an idea of what's going on here. So on this show, we'll be talking about Memorial Day parking at the airport. You can guess how that's going to go. A bad parking job I will say no more. Lenore the Shredder, a gal who's ripping it on the guitar from Hawaii, playing grunge metal. A favorite of both of ours.
Yes, definitely.
Right, and how they're cracking down on some boats that have stayed too long at the Alawai Boat Harbor. Tourism advertising update, and the Marine shooting range in Eva. We have an update on that as well.
We got a new friend in here.
Right there, look, who just Joanna C. Hey, I'm new here. What is a good children's charity in Hawaii? Well, the one we supported, just Joanne C. was the what's it called? The Keiki Cancer Fund on Maui. Okay, I'll find out the real name for it. In fact, you see the little certificate in my bathroom there? What does that say? Pacific?
Oh, on the wall there?
Yeah, no, it's hiding there. I'll get you the information. That's one. But there are a number of them, and other people in the Hamajang gang, I'm sure, will have some suggestions. Just Joanna C. But thank you for being here. And we do a thing, Joanne, where the new people let us know where you're from, and we may have a custom-made music video that goes through your old stomping grounds if you are from Hawaii.
Yes.
Okay? And there's Rick S. from the 9th Island. Hey, how's that, gang? What's happening? Yeah, there we go. And look at this. Justin, I guess she's dusting off the keyboard there with as much as she can.
Matt Statter jumped in.
Oh, there she is. Hey, and we support Keiki Cancer Fund. That's it, the Keiki Cancer Fund. But I think it's the Pacific Cancer Society's Keiki Cancer Fund is the one we did. Yes, I'm a music streamer.
Sweet.
Oh, are you a music streamer? Oh, there you go. On Twitch, evidently, because I see you coming from Twitch. Thank you so much. But anyway, Joanne, let us know if you're from Hawaii and if you have an old stomping grounds, okay?
And you are now part of the Hamajang gang.
Officially. James went anoint you, Hamajang. I'm making the H.
The H.
Yeah, on Twitch. Yes, there she is right there.
That's the four gear shift.
Yeah, right. We got to go from reverse all the way to third. We only get 3 gears. Okay, let's do this first one, and it's going to be no surprise to anyone that parking at the airport a little rough during Memorial Day. And by the way, speaking of Memorial Day, special shout out to all those who've served and made the ultimate sacrifice. My dad was Army, regular Army, and I'm what they would have called they used to call an Army brat. I was born in Germany because my dad was in the service, and we bounced all over the place and finally ended up back in Hawaii. But anyway, so we know all about the Army.
Yes.
Okay. So there we go. Oh, thank you for the shout out. Oh, you're very welcome.
Right above it.
I am not from Hawaii. I'm from Pennsylvania. I do love Hawaiian music and have been trying to learn about the culture as well. Well, you have come to the right place.
Yes.
Because first of all, we're going to start you out, Joanne, with what it's like to park at the Honolulu International Airport, the Dan Inouye International Airport.
It's a 3-day weekend for many, and if you have a trip planned this Memorial Day holiday, some parking garages at Hawaii's airports are already full. Bryce Moore swung by Daniel K. Inouye International Airport to see how travelers fared.
Officials warned us, plan ahead if you're heading to an airport for Memorial Day weekend. At Honolulu's airport, lot full signs were already up at the Terminal 1 garage by noon on Saturday. The Transportation Department recommends getting dropped off, but travelers say if you do need to park,
try and get early. Try and go to the second garage for sure. The first one is pretty much packed. All you can see is a bunch of Yodas. So
Yodas.
Try to go to the second.
Okay, that for anyone's new here, Yodas are Toyotas.
Yes.
Mostly Tacomas.
Yes. Pigeon slang.
Now, I managed to snag a spot on the top floor of the Inter-Island garage, but it took about 20 minutes of searching, and it only happened because another car backed out.
It's definitely packed. Yeah, it's definitely packed. The second garage across the way, row F and whatnot, that one is way more open once you get to probably about the 4th or 5th floor. But yeah, this side is pretty much packed.
The display boards only showed a couple of delayed flights, and the rushes at check-in ebbed and flowed. I asked one Waikele family what the unofficial start of summer means to them.
The rush madhouse for the airport and travel. That's what came to mind. That's why we came a little early. 1 extra hour, so 3 hours.
For neighbor islands, DOT officials said around 12:30 that Lihue's parking lot had less than 100 stalls available.
Wow.
Hilo's public lot was full, and Kona's 3 lots also had less than 100 available spots between them. Their usual guidance is to arrive 1 hour before inter-island and 2 hours before mainland flights.
Wow.
But as they said earlier this week,
you'd rather be sitting there reading a book, waiting for your flight, than trying to rush through TSA and run out to your gate. So 3 hours for the mainland, 2 hours if you're going inter-island.
and travelers point out reading isn't the only option you'll have if you're early.
Food. Eat.
Sleep.
Sleep.
The Hawaii DOT puts
And I don't know who came up with this parking lot designed for the floor there, but it is it's like being in the Matrix. What are those? Is that sun shining from the top?
Yeah, it's the
on
shadow.
The floor?
That top is solar panels.
Oh, they finally put those up there. That's where I used to always park, but it was completely open, and I guess they added solar panels.
out notices on their social media pages when there are major delays and when lots fill up at each of our airports. We'll have a link on khon2.com.
Yeah.
Whew, man. I know.
Yikes.
You know, and it's interesting because, you know, those lot full signs, how many people see that and go, nah, and they split. Guess what? People are all leaving all the time. So, you know.
I always do. I just go, I go check. I'm by.
Check.
Yeah.
Right.
But I actually like to, I like to Uber to the airport.
Yeah. We were talking about that. Hey, who's this?
Hey, Mel. She's in Kona. She's part of the Hawaii Creators Group that I'm in.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, so she'll be at the Kona show that we're performing.
wait,
July 1st.
You mean this one? Hold on. Doot.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah, James and I will be at the Kona Elks Lodge in Kona on July 1st.
Yeah, she's very supportive. She's been to Graham's show. She's been to my show. And she says she will be July 1st at our show.
Oh, how nice, Melanie. Thank you for being there. And there's Keone Nunes right here.
Gee.
Yeah, it's interesting. The international airport in Thailand, you can double park, leave your car in neutral with the wheels straight and lock or unlock if you like, and people will move your car to get out.
Wow, I don't know.
Man, I got everybody is on what? By the way, Joanna C., if you want to know anything about Hawaiian culture and get the real skinny, this is your man right here, Keone Nunes.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, Joanne C., this is your man, and you can send him direct messages, or you know how they do that. But anyway, came back. Mahalo for being here. Thank you once again. Hey, James. Oh, see you in July. Okay.
And also, somebody asked if it was Yotas or Yodas. It's Yota as Toyota.
Yeah, it's Toyota, but people say Yoda because it's easier.
Yeah,
right?
you know, local style pigeon. We make everything small.
Right. T, what? Hard for make the T. Who wants to put out that extra effort? Go with the D's. Like I just tell people, you know, it's not father, it's fara.
Father Mombera.
And then it's not farther, it's fara.
Oh, so my father went more farther than your father.
Your father went farther than my father. Oh, there we go. Michael, hey, welcome, Jess Joanne C. Well, how nice of you to do that.
Two Pennsylvanians having a conversation.
Ah, there, that's what it is right there. And C. Honda is one of our moderationists.
Yes.
We have 4 for everybody who just joined us. We have Nani Aloha, who's also an associate producer. We have C. Honda, we have Aware, and we have Devin in the crinkly hat. That's right. Who's this? Jutes Bagoots. Huh?
Jutes Bagoots.
Jutes Bagoots. I don't seem to remember Jutes Bagoots before.
I would remember that beautiful face on that avatar.
On that Rottweiler right there.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful dog. Yeah, I love those dogs. They're so nice. A little possessive, though.
Are they?
Yeah, you know, well, I mean, when I was at the dog park, this guy had a Rottweiler, and it was just the friendliest, you know, best out. But he had this ball Nobody played with the ball except Rosie. I'll never forget
Also,
that.
Rottweilers are Samoans.
But instead of ball, it's food.
Yeah.
Are there just wait? Are there any preschools who might like a kids song? Well, you know what? You got to talk to.
I think Miles would be good, but Miles is in Boston, right?
I was thinking of Vansmo.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Vansmo does he does a lot of kids.
That's right.
Check out Vansmo. Vansmo, I think he's on YouTube, but he does a lot of kids songs himself, and he would be the source for that. Just Joanne C. Yeah. Okay, let's see, Nani, a song with a story. Yeah, that's exactly what he does.
Yeah.
Check out Vansmo. I wish I had I can give you an idea of the kind of stuff he does, but he of course doesn't send us his kids songs. He sends us his instructional type songs. Let me see if I can find one for you. Here's one. Hold on. Let me bring one up for you. And we'll take a break from the news here for a second, okay? Okay, this is Vansmo and the type of stuff he does. Here, hold on. I think this will do.
Find your way, all funny kind directions can sometimes lead you astray, depending on what island. Directions vary, you know. Oahu, Koko, Head and Ever, Big Island, Kona, Hilo. But no matter where you stay, if you like nowhere to go, are the two things you gotta know. Mauka and Makai, Mauka and Makai. Mauka's toward the mountain, way up high. Mauka and Makai, Mauka and Makai. Down toward the ocean, ask for directions. Here's one more tip. Make sure you get plenty of time before you go on your trip. Us local people love for talk, small kind story, and tell you the kind stuffs you go and see on your journey. When we get around telling you where to go, Mauka and Makai are the two things you gotta know. Mauka and Makai, Mauka and Makai. Mauka's toward the mountain, way up high. Mauka and Makai, Mauka and Makai. Down toward the ocean, that is Makai. See, pretty simple, but to make sure you get 'em, we go one more time so that you don't forget 'em. Mauka and Makai, Mauka and Makai. Mauka's toward the mountain, way up high. Mauka and Makai, Mauka and Makai. Down toward the ocean, that is Makai.
There you go, Joanne C. And she says, "Oh, I just sing Iku'u Morning Dew almost sing it in Hawaii. Oh yeah. Eku umanindu, ayamai, aliomai.
Perfect.
Oh, let's see. Hui, what else we get? Okay, let's do another editorialized news item. And, we talked about parking in Hawaii, right? Well, here's someone who we hope never parks at the airport.
Uh-oh.
At 5, a woman is in serious condition after driving off a ledge and landing upside down on the roof of a home in Nu'uanu.
I know.
Good evening, I'm Allison Blair. The crash happened about 10:30 this morning on Mahalo Street, and it was all caught on
Mahalo
surveillance video.
Street.
EMS says the car dropped 15 feet, landing front first, and then flipped onto its roof. When medics finally got to the 58-year-old driver, they said she was alert and talking. It's unclear if anyone was inside the home. Witnesses describe what they saw.
So I was in my room and I looked at the window. I saw a lady that attends the Vietnamese Mass every Sunday. I saw her pulling into the driveway and she was going a little fast. She hit the car in front of her, and I believe what happened was caused her to panic, and instead of hitting the brake, she hit the gas, and then she ended up launching over this cliff and then going into the house below.
It took several tow trucks to lift the car back onto the roadway. No word yet on a damage estimate.
I know.
Kevin
Yeah, and
Frazier.
you know what? It's amazing how many people, and I don't know what age she was. What did they say? 58?
58.
Yeah, okay. You know, how they start to panic and they confuse the gas with the brake.
Yeah.
And they end up hitting the brake, the gas, thinking it's the brake.
Yeah.
I know. What the heck? I hope everyone is okay. Oh, yeah.
Kevin Frazier said that ought to buff out, right? Buff right out.
Oh, yeah. That's the classic line. That'll buff out. No problem. But, man, she's lucky to be alive.
Yes.
A car flips over onto a wall. Did you see the dent it put in that car?
And then land on a house.
Yeah. At least, everybody from now on is going to call her the Boulder. Sorry for the people who haven't been following, but boulders have been rolling off the mountains and hitting people's houses.
Yeah.
Hence the boulder joke.
So that's one of those one-uppers where they get that group together. Go, oh yeah, Boulder hit my house in Palolo Valley. Oh, Boulder hit my house in Aiea. Oh, a car went land on my house. How about that? I think I win.
Was it Ayora? Must have been from out of town.
Nah, but was on Mahalo Street, so it was all good. It was all
It
good.
was all good.
Yeah.
I just said Ikalamai. Really? Oli Pilikia Street. She should have parked there. Oh.
But thankfully, she's all right. So that's why we can make fun of the situation.
You know, someone asked me one time when someone says, hey, mahalo, which is thank you. What do you say? What's the Hawaiian word for you're welcome? And I went, really, what we always say is a'oli pilikia, which means no problem, of course. Like, no problem,
It's kind of like Spanish de nada.
Oh, yeah. That's
I mean, I just say, shoots.
Shoots, no problem, brother.
Easy.
Or only easy. I was just going to say only easy is another one. Okay, so that's someone who doesn't know how to park very well. Okay, now we're going to take a look at a young lady. And when I say young lady, I mean young lady who is making a name for herself in the world of grunge metal.
Wow.
Which I'm sure you and I have tons of albums from.
Yes, numerous.
I mean, when you listen to this music, I think you see James's face pop into your head. Check this out.
Welcome back. Well, Hawaii has no shortage of talented musicians, and a Kailua teen is carving her own path in the genre of heavy metal.
And she's so skilled, her talents are taking her around the world. Jim Mendoza has more.
The girl with a guitar is Lenore Mollison. She's well known in Hawaii's metal music circles. She's what guitar players call a shredder. It's even built into her stage name, Lenore the Shredder.
My mom came up with that. I gotta give her credit. It's a good name.
The Kailua teenager
Fast.
plays grunge metal music. A few years ago, the Steve Harvey Show introduced her to a nationwide television audience.
Talk about broadcast quality. You know, you go from that iPhone shot from the club to this.
Now at 18, Lenore's a fixture on the local circuit, often performing with musicians twice her age. And because she's underage, her mom and dad accompany her to club gigs.
That's just normal for me since, I love playing music and bars are where the music is, so.
Music.
It's also where the alcohol is.
Yeah, be careful.
Came to her early in life. Her parents made it mandatory for the Mollison kids to learn an instrument.
Nice. What a great idea.
Yeah.
Lenore chose the guitar.
I actually got my start on acoustic guitar as well. I had a giant blue $200 acoustic guitar that I could barely wrap my hands around, so
She likes the sound of grunge and how it appeals to fans of heavy metal. And then there's the look. She calls hers vintage.
She calls hers vintage, and it's funny because Mad Statter said, this music is of my era. Yeah. Vintage.
Yeah. And that's from my days in the 90s.
And she knows her way around the fretboard.
Yeah, she's really
I
good
like to
at it.
think I have pretty good pitch. I do wear earplugs when I play, though, just to make sure I don't do any hearing damage.
After Lenore graduates from high school this year, she'll travel to New York and London to perform and to work with a nonprofit organization, Kids Rock for Kids.
Nice.
What they do is
Isn't that the guy from AC/DC?
Oh, I didn't notice.
You didn't notice? Maybe somebody can tell us. Wait here, I'll show you.
To New York and London to perform and to work with a nonprofit organization.
Oh, with the hat.
Looks like the singer. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Hard to tell.
Kids Rock for Kids.
what they do is they host a music festival that helps raise money for kids in crisis.
That was
globally.
AC/DC
She
she
plans
was
to attend
with.
HPU in the fall, and she'd like to work with birds someday. But
Wow.
That came out of nowhere. I'd really like to work with birds.
That'll be her album cover.
Especially Flip the Bird.
right now, music has got center stage.
Music is what I'm passionate about.
Cool.
And that's what I love to do, and that's what I want to do.
You can check out Lenore's flying fingers on videos she puts on her Instagram page.
Yeah, so
and
fast.
it's easy to remember the address, at Lenore the Shredder. I'm Jim Mendoza for Hawaii News Now.
At Lenore the Shredder.
The Shredder.
You know, and she had to mention that her mom gave her that name, Lenore the Shredder. That's like you calling yourself James the Great Comic.
Yeah, that would be hacky of me to give myself that name.
Yeah, I know.
But if you say it, I believe it.
I know, it's too funny. I know. I remember, talking about generational things one time. It said, someone says, "Hey, how you doing?" Some young guy said, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "I'm sick." Hey, get over yourself. I'm like, what? I'm sick. Oh, hey, que halani, how you, Gary? Aloha, James, Andy. How's that? Okay, let's see what else we get over here. Whoo, C Honda. Yes. Kauai Cocoa Palms. Ooh, that private conversation going on. Avert your eyes.
It's so cool to see young people, the parents take them to these bars because that's where you perform at. Because I've seen comedians the same way. I've known here in Hawaii, 2 comedians in our scene that had to come with one of them came with the parents. The other one would just sneak in. So wouldn't get carded, would just walk in with us as we go to set up.
Oh.
And he was like 16.
Well, wasn't there someone you were just talking about, a young person? Who is that?
Misha Han. So when I first started, he was around. He came like maybe a year or 2 after, and 16 years old. Graduated from Iolani.
Comic.
Yeah, comic. He went to school in Boston College, and now does comedy regularly in New York City. So he was here this past weekend, and we went to our same old routine where we're sitting watching the show and we're whispering
Like he would when he was 16.
Yeah, we're like, oh, I would have used a different joke. He could have finished that joke a certain way, but
There's way more to that premise.
yeah, we were doing that since he was a kid, and he's
funny.
like he's in his, I think he's 29 or 30 now.
Wow.
So it's cool to see. I was like, oh, my son's home.
Look at this state of mine says, yeah, with a McLovin ID.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a McDonald's thing?
No, that's a movie Superbad. Kids got a fake ID, and the person who got the fake ID was an idiot. He put his name McLovin, and it was a Hawaii ID.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, did you guys see my question about Kalimani song? Is that a legend or is it about a hotel in Kauai? I think Keone Nunes said it was about a hotel on
I think
Kauai.
that's what they're talking, the conversation they're having.
Oh, yeah,
here.
there we go, yeah. Again, you have to watch the chat. It's hard for James and I because we got a few more other things going. Let me give you the 10-cent tour, Joanne, or anyone else who's new here, just in case. Okay, first of all, we have our mo'o cam shot. Mo'o is lizard, and this is what our setup looks like here. And we also have the Kinako cam. My dog is Kinako, so this gives you an idea of all the stuff I'm seeing here. And then we have the black and white cam. This is the one we use when we want to get pensive, okay? And of course, there's, my shot all by my lonesome, and James has one too. There, his, right? That's his get a date shot. Oh, yes, Keone Nunes. A lot like Florida. I'm glad the rain happens at night, though. See? Private conversations going on. Grab one and enjoy yourself. Okay. Now we're gonna talk a little about boats that gotta go. Right now, of course, Hawaii is 8 islands, so there's a lot of places to park boats, but you gotta do it right, or this happens.
All new tonight, time's up for 10 boaters who've overstayed their temporary harbor permits. The state has begun impounding vessels, and one owner tells us he could lose his boat even though he's current on his rent. Our Rick Dasog has tonight's top story.
Scott Wagner's 58-foot-long sailboat, Windy, has been docked at the Alawai Smallboat Harbor since October under a temporary mooring permit. But last week, the state threatened to impound his boat if he didn't move it from the harbor because his temporary permit, which was good for 120 days, had expired.
I'm being kicked out of Alawai. I have nowhere to go. The state has a monopoly on marinas, and they will not let me stay here.
He's asking the state for extra time to repair.
And who do you suppose should have jurisdiction over the marinas other than the state of Hawaii?
Interesting.
I don't get it.
His boat so he can sail it back to Mexico. He says his autopilot mechanism has been damaged and that the parts needed to fix it have been delayed by supply chain disruptions.
Tow our boat gently down the stream.
There are slips everywhere. There's room everywhere. There's room in Ke'ihi. This marina is probably only 60% full, but they just simply look at a piece of paper and they say you can't be here.
Wagner says he's current on his rent, but the state disputes that. The state also says that Hawaii administrative rules don't allow the state agency to provide extensions beyond 120 days. The department added that Wagner can move his boat to other state harbors or even to privately owned ones. But Wagner says the other harbors are just too small.
This is essentially the only marina that can fit my size boat, and they will not let me stay here or any other state marina.
Wagner is one of 10 boat owners.
And I don't want to pay anyone.
Right?
Who were recently issued these notices for overstaying their 120-day period. Rather than pay the impoundment fees, Wagner says many boat owners will simply abandon their boats.
There are 5 or 6 impounded boats that are chained to the dock. And so if you pay your bill here, you cannot stay. But if you abandon your boat here and it's impounded, the boats stay for years just chained to the dock, not generating any revenue. Well, so there's a joke among, the cruising community. Everyone knows it.
Everyone knows it. Okay, so when he tells this little thing, I want you to know. Tell me if you knew it, because again, everyone knows it.
I'm ready.
Hawaii is where boats go to die.
The state says boat owners can contest the notices by seeking an administrative
Was that the
hearing
punchline?
within 5 days. Rick Daysog, Hawaii News Now.
Wow. Tough room. Is this thing on?
Hawaii is where boats go to die?
Wow.
Oh, man. And Roger here says, I bet he never even worked on the problem until now and trying to get it to use as an excuse.
That's what it looked like to me.
Well, he's saying that, he needs some parts, and because of supply chain, he can't get the parts, And you know how many people I know in the back of their head are going, oh, you cannot leave. Oh, sorry, I thought was one boat.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. He's like, where am I going? I was like, any direction away from land?
What? No more wind.
And then he said, oh, it's the autopilot. I was like,
yeah.
Well, can't you just go manually?
Exactly. Well, you look at the Hawaiians, they never have autopilot.
They did, actually. It was the people, it wasn't the king or the chief, it was the other people. There was autopilot. Hey, paddle.
Keone says he doesn't want to pay for a private slip. I know. They must sell those boats at government auctions. I don't know. I mean, it's all about staffing, right? How often he goes, yeah, you got this boat, so they chain it. Oh, we got chained this boat, and
Yeah. I mean, that's the tough, because like you said, he can't take his boat until he pays that bill, but.
Well, I don't know about that so much as, he can't leave is what he's saying, because there's nowhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I know. Yeah. And the thing about it is, when he signed that paper in October, he had 120 days. You think halfway through that, he'd go, maybe I got to start thinking about this.
Yeah, I don't think I can pay that bill. I better hele on, as the people say.
Yeah, I know. I'll bet the supply chain issue is he never even ordered them.
And the weird thing is, you order it. I mean, you can go pick it up, right? You're on a boat.
Here, Aloha State of Mind said, it's a sailboat, not a Tesla. No need autopilot. Ooh. Or watch out. Or he can go home.
Yeah. Well,
but,
he is home.
Yeah, he is home. That boat is his home. I guess he wants to get back to Mexico, is what he was saying. I know. Ko'olina Boat Harbor has larger boats than his. Yeah. Well,
Yeah. That's his excuse.
He's going to say anything. Yeah. But I like to be close to Waikiki, because guess how mean bands. Like last night I saw Lenore the Shredder. Hi, Felicia, our front row hottie in the holly right there. How's that? And Gary Mendoza, aloha, and James, and Hammer Jane Gang. Yeah, we're about a little more than halfway through the editorialized videos, and we're at the bottom of the hour. So
boats gotta go.
Yeah, I know. So, and by the way, oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna say, stop talking to yourself and play something. Okay, this one here, tourism. Okay, it's interesting how the Hawaii Tourism Association handles things.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And this is a fine example of that. And I'm not going to say anymore because I want you to make up your own mind.
Joining us, I'm Jolani Martinez. The state's tourism industry is looking to pivot away from advertising to domestic visitors after new data shows continued struggles with Asian markets.
They're pivoting away from domestic tourists and going after Asian markets.
So no more mainland.
No, watch this.
Eddie Dowd has a look at some of the recent travel numbers.
We are entering summer travel season here in Hawaii, and even though those international visitor numbers haven't yet reached pre-pandemic levels, domestic travel has rebounded, even surpassing numbers we saw in 2019 before COVID hit.
I can see when I using their...
She does that Filipino pause better than anyone. I mean, she has that Filipino accent. You think it's a joke, but listen to these pauses, and they're beautiful.
MasterCard, yeah.
Auntie Tessie has kind of had a front row seat to the people coming to Hawaii, working at this lay stand at the state's busiest airport for more than 20 years.
Mother's Day, graduation, busy.
She says before the pandemic, there seemed to be a balance between international and domestic visitors.
Before, plenty Japanese coming, but not all American people. From the States, sometimes Alabama, like that, yeah, and then Texas.
Auntie Tessie's observations are reflected in data from the Hawaii Tourism Authority.
Wow.
It shows that even without strong international visitor numbers, this year's spring break surpassed pre-pandemic numbers, fueled by visitors coming from the continental U.S. In 2019, before COVID, around 650,000 domestic visitors came to the islands in March. This year, that number neared 750,000 for that same month.
Wow.
That compensated for the lackluster numbers from international markets. The state's DBET director says the data shows it's not really necessary to advertise to people in the continental U.S. It's working with the HTA to shift advertising dollars more towards Asian markets. The surge in domestic travel is also being noticed by the Department of Transportation, which on Saturday reopened H&L's longest runway after being closed since October for repaving and maintenance.
Now that this big piece is done, the impacts to the traveling public will be minimized significantly.
And we're already starting to see that demand for domestic travel being reflected in ticket prices. Back in January, a flight from Honolulu to Boston was as low as $260 one way.
Wow.
When we looked at the month of June coming up, the lowest we could find was $340. Reporting in Honolulu, Eddie Dowd.
You know, which reminds us, we got to go jump on those fares that Greg sent us. We forgot to do that.
It went up already.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Big $10.
Oh, no. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for serious, lays can be really expensive.
Yeah.
Duh.
It's funny, you think maybe the Hawaii tourism and people went, hey, we trying to take some polls, but we don't go up there and count everybody. Hey, Tessie, how many people came? Oh, had plenty from Alabama and Texas. Okay, Alabama and Texas.
Yeah.
Okay, we go eat power.
We just went save $1.5 million.
Yeah, but we go buy her a nice Gucci shirt. I don't know if it's Gucci shirt. That might be like
what she was wearing?
Might be a knockoff shirt.
Oh my!
She didn't swap meat by him.
The yen was weak, right? Is weak right now. Time to go to Japan.
You know, a lot of locals are going to Japan.
Yeah, but what I was saying was, you know, the Hawaii tourist industry goes, okay, this is low. Swap them then.
Yeah.
Let's spend the money where the people aren't coming.
The
or whatever.
geniuses.
It is not. It is a very difficult thing to do, and that's Mufi and all those guys. But remember now, they came this close to being.
Yeah, no more.
No more.
They were sitting in the meeting room like, what can we do? The war room. Yeah. You know what? We could put the money over there.
You know what, Keaulani? Yes, in answer to your question, continental USA, is mainland no longer politically correct? Yes. No, it is no longer. Yes, it's no longer. Here's the reason, Gary. Because if they are the mainland, what are we? We are less than being the mainland.
I saw, I think Johnny Rocks Hollywood had said in one of his Facebook comments, the mainland is the big island of Hawaii.
Right.
Up there is the continental United States.
The continental USA. Yeah. But mostly it's about, well, what? Oh, they're the main thing and we are a subsidiary? And a lot of people say yes, you know what I mean? Do you think people in Puerto Rico say, oh, you know, the mainland, right? Because they're, you know, I mean, you wonder.
It's going to take us a while to adjust to saying it, but we agree with the sentiments.
Well, I grew up with mainland, but I have been, and just like Hawaii Island, that's another one that's tough for me, you know, because we used to say Big Island, right? But now it's Hawaii Island.
Yeah, because I didn't know about it until you said it last month. And you said Hawaii Island. I was like, oh, have they changed? They may not have changed, but it's I have to stop saying Big Island.
I don't, but I don't think it was offensive to anybody, that Big Island. It's just Hawaii Island was going, if you call us Big Island, no one will know that our island is called Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you call things for what they want to be called, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
That's why I always call Kauai the medium island. You like go small island? Oh, we go medium island. Hey, we go splurge and go big island.
Oh, you mean Hawaii Island?
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget.
Don't forget.
Yeah. Or we go Lono's Island.
Lono's Island. That's the tiny island.
But get good music.
Ooh, the music is slamming. Oh, and Devin says, I love grilling anything. Okay. Avert your eyes, private conversation. Mainland is America. Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. So I guess mainland doesn't include Canada or Mexico, the whole continent.
Yeah.
We go Gilligan's Island. There we go. Bucket hats.
I'm not going Gilligan's Island. You got to ride bike for get energy.
Bambucha Island. Oh. That's it from now on.
Yeah, Bambucha Island.
We're going to be on Bambucha Island in Kona on July the 1st.
Yes. The Kona Bambucha Island, July 1st at the Kona Elks Lodge.
Kona Elks Lodge.
Get your tickets now, andybumatai.com.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It is there. And you put it up on, it's Eventbrite, but you can get to it from Andy Bumatai.
Yeah, click on the poster.
Oh, the massive island. Oh, I like that. I bet you they wouldn't complain about that. Oh, a massive island.
I think Maui might be the Yoda Island. They get choked Toyotas over there.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
That's one of my jokes about Molokai. I said, you go to Molokai, right? It's a different kind of thing, because you get off, excuse me, I don't know if you've ever been there, but they ask you, are you carrying any firearms? And, I'm like, off a plane?
Yeah.
Right? But I guess in your bags or whatever, right? So it's like, are you carrying any firearms? Oh, no, sir, I'm not. Would you like one? What if you run into goat?
Like, do I need one? Like, can I go back Oahu, please? I'm scared.
Quick quiz. What was Hawaii island chain called before it was Hawaii? Hawaii is the name of only one island. Yeah, exactly. I do not know.
Sandwich Island?
No, that wasn't.
Isn't that like what Captain Cook and them called it?
Don't go there, bro. Before, Keone Nunes, I'm sure he's going, I think the correct name is Sandwich Island. The Sandwich Island is named after the Earl of Sandwich, who funded the people who came over. That's why when they named it,
So when it was called Sandwich Island.
That's why they called it. Look, Alan says the same thing. Sammy Witch? Yeah, no.
But I mean, I would go to an island called Sandwich Island because I like eat.
Okay, let me tell you something. Why was it called a sandwich? Why is the piece of bread, that little configuration called a sandwich? I'll let you think about it. The mixed plate island. Look at this. No, not the Sandwich Island.
Well, it's weird because they would be saying sandwich would be an adjective describing sandwich. So two breads.
Here's how sandwich came to be. The Earl of Sandwich, right, was an avid gambler, so much that he didn't want to leave the table. So he would get hungry, and they would bring him meat and bread, and he would take the bread and grab the meat with it, so that like a sandwich, and that's what he would eat, and that became known as a sandwich.
Wow.
Ta-da!
Lucky his name wasn't the Earl of Toilet Bowl. I'm hungry, go make me on toilet bowl.
I don't like leave the table. Bring the bowl. What? Oh, excuse me, you guys. Where is your sandwich? To the left, right there.
Well, you gotta go to the lure. Yeah, I gotta go sandwich. Zip Pack.
Zip Pack is more appealing.
The Earl of Zip Pack.
Oh, I like that.
That's why it's so funny. Like even when we had Danny Girl on the show, things like that, where how they got their names.
Yeah.
What if it was different?
Well, look at here. My coffee mug says Sandwich Island. Yes, well, it is politically incorrect.
Or the people who made your coffee mug want you to also buy a sandwich.
He bought it at a sandwich shop. Right.
I feel like a sandwich.
James, you make me laugh. Okay. Oh, thank you for gambling addiction for a taste. Thank you, gambling addiction, for a tasty invention. Oh, that's too funny. Oh, okay.
Well, now we know when somebody's having a gambling issue, and we have that story. Fun fact, my friend.
If it wasn't for your gambling addiction, we would all be using knives and forks. But thanks to you.
Wow.
I know.
I mean, look at so many. Big Mac, Whopper. So many people owe them all to this gambling addiction of this Earl.
Right. Wow. And then there was the guy who said, you know what? This whole 2 pieces of bread thing, I'm going to make them 3 pieces.
Oh, Mac. Take it easy, Mac. Take it easy.
No, I'm going for it right now. The Earl, I'm stealing the throne from the Earl of Sandwich.
Why he get to be so special? I'm the Duke of Mac.
Right. And we're going to cut them in 4 pieces and put toothpick in each one. What can we call that?
It sounds like a specific kind of grouping, kind of like exclusive group.
I'm vamping because I can't remember the name of that sandwich. What is it?
You joined the club. Give me the salon pass.
Look at his answer is above.
Oh, where did he go?
Oh, here. Oh, I'd rather have Leonard. No. He's just talking about
Leonard Malasada Island? I
Oh,
would love
Sandwich Island, Zip Pack. No, we don't have it. The Shave Ice Island.
Boom.
No, but you know what? Big Island would be the Ice Shave Island.
No, but then the mainland going to say it's not shave ice. It's what? A snow cone island.
Snow cone. No, but who says ice shave instead of shave ice?
That's the first time I'm hearing it.
Really? No, there's one island they say, you like to eat ice shave.
Wow.
And another one is like we would say, oh, that baga, he too good, right? And then I think Maui says some good. Oh, that baga, some good.
Wow.
I know. I know. Oh, look at this. Nu'u papakini. Nu'u papakini is what the Hawaiians referred to the world.
Oh. Nu'u papakini.
Yeah, and they would know because they were all over those navigators.
Yeah.
And you know what? Get one place. Oh, the cold, bro.
We're not going back there.
We're not going back there because I want to get malu, huh?
Yeah.
I know. So you're saying the island people lived on here referred to as Nu'u Papakini, and the ones who lived on referred to it as Nu'umea.
Oh, so this was Nu'umea.
I don't know.
Yeah, Hawaii, or his last name, Nu'umea was what Hawaii was called.
Oh, Nu'umea.
Nu'umea.
Oh, so if you live in Nu'uanu, you're close.
Almost there.
Almost there. Oh, Red Devil, hey, Bumatai is a total legend. All the best, Andy. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh,
Thank
Big
you.
Island says ice shave, according to Roger.
Oh, yeah?
Battle
Oh, yeah.
Raja.
Big Island says ice shave. Yeah, okay, there we go. And I think Maui says some good. But who knows now? You know, who knows now? And the Iamtongi Islands.
I don't know. Seattle got some claim there, yeah?
Seattle is like, they gave him the key to the city.
Yeah.
In Seattle.
And you know, we love the guy. When he went home, he never come over here. When they showed the airport, I was like, that's not Honolulu Airport. Oh, a Seattle airport. Oh.
But 14,000 people came to see him here when he did that concert on Turtle Bay, North Shore. Yeah, I know. We're, you know, and we've mentioned it many times. We're very proud of Iamtongi and everything he has accomplished. Yeah. But you know, we cannot forget that he went to Seattle because he got priced out of paradise.
Yeah.
I hope he you know, opens up a music school or something to help those you know,
maybe in a few years,
struggling artists. Yeah.
In a few years, he can come back and buy some things around here.
Right, and he says, you know, ever since my win, I took a protege under my wing. I'd like you to meet Lenore the Shredder.
Oh.
And she gonna do her version of Vika. I know. Look, Keone, I can relate. Yes, Keone wouldn't be in Thailand.
Yeah.
If, and it was the medical thing. I'm not going to explain anything for Keone, but he was here and prolific about the money he saved. And as we all get older, right?
Well, even Graham Elwood, he's looking. He was in Mexico. Now he's going to El Salvador. Yeah, so he's been trying.
What?
And I was telling him about Keone's
Thailand
experience in Thailand. He's like, Thailand was one of the places he considered too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, Deb, mahalo for being here. Thank you so much.
Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, we have 60 people watching, and I didn't think we would do that on a Memorial Day.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep it to 1 hour because we know you guys have family functions.
You got to go finish the barbecue you guys had earlier.
Everybody was over here earlier, all my family, and we had hot dogs and did the thing. And I forgot that it was Memorial Day. Maybe we would have took it off. I don't know. Can't go back in time. So let's do this last one here. Now, this is an update on the Marine shooting range in Eva.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you don't know, if you haven't been following, there's a shooting range in Eva, and the people who live next to it are saying it sounds like New Year's every single day.
Yeah.
And the Marines are going, well, where do you want us to move it? And guess what? Marines need to learn to shoot.
Yeah.
So, it's a rock and a hard place here. And especially on Memorial Day, you're thinking, well, guess what? But let's take a listen.
In Eva Beach, some residents are vowing to take their fight to relocate a military shooting range to federal lawmakers. Eddie Dowd reports.
Listen to that. Every day?
Boiling water.
Resolutions were recently passed in both the House and Senate calling on the military to leave the area, but military officials say that's not possible right now. Several Eva Beach neighborhood board members say since the Marines are not listening to state lawmakers, they want their counterparts at the federal level to get the funds needed for a new shooting range somewhere else.
Thank you, Koto.
Now it's really up to our congressional delegation to step up, find the resources, and help the military to find a new place to train.
The Marine Corps says its Pu'uloa Range training facility plays a crucial role in the military's readiness in the region. It's also where 7,000 Marines on Oahu go to complete their yearly rifle qualifications. H&N was invited to tour the facility earlier this month.
And kept it well under the speed limit.
Yes.
Military officials told us they are adding more sound barriers and changing their speaker systems, as well as moving 4 of the 6 ranges at the facility inland to avoid lead from bullets being taken to surrounding beaches due to coastal erosion. I mean, Liam, the Marine Corps invited us onto the base. It says it's trying to be transparent, making efforts to try to address community concerns. I mean, you don't see this as a step of good faith?
I don't. These are more Band-Aid solutions, just like Red Hill. Moving the berms back a few feet and putting up a little sound barrier doesn't change the fact that the range is still right next to homes.
Look at
in a
this.
busy beach park where...
That's somebody's house.
Wow.
Do you think they can hear it?
Hey, the wall will solve everything.
Yeah, maybe they should have made the chain link, And what I love, too, is look at this fence. They put barbed wire here, right? But let's go just a little further back, right? Watch this. Okay.
Feet and putting up a little...
Look, that's the end of the fence, and they put barbed wire.
It doesn't change the fact that the range is still right next to homes.
Look at the barbed wire, because that's to stop people from climbing right there.
From this spot.
From that spot, because see that tire there leaning up? That would stop them from going around.
Yeah, but if you go around, you're all right. But if you climb right there, we don't want that.
And look at the sign. You know that sign says something about, hey, warning. We're shooting gun on the other side.
Tricom?
I know. It's danger to shoot by the houses like that.
Hey,
who's
how's
this?
it now?
That's your brother.
Well, I guess you can say cousin, but singer from Nesian 9.
Oh, there we go.
That was my my bodyguard when I was 4 years old living in Aiea. He was a neighbor. I think he's a couple years older than me, and he would beat up the other kids who picked on me.
Must be some tough kids if you needed a bodyguard. I don't care what age you were.
Busy beach park where keiki are playing every day.
The concerns about lead are real in the community. Last year, the Surfrider Foundation found high levels of lead detected in soil samples taken near the range. The Marine Corps claims those samples were taken on the property itself.
What it showed is...
Listen to this guy's explanation of this. This is so...
Lead is present aboard an active firing range where the Marine Corps shoots guns that include lead bullets. So those results on their own are not cause for concern.
In Eva Beach, some residents are vowing...
Wait a minute. They found lead on where we shoot the guns, not on the beach. So that is of no concern.
Yeah.
Why don't they finish that sentence, which should be ended with, that is no concern to us.
Yeah, specifically to us in uniform.
Yeah, to us. And you know, Keone Nunes pointed it out, and I always think about this. They move most of those Marines to Hawaii and train them here. Aren't there places like near Arizona where they could do, where they got tons of land far away from people and train them there? Well, but guess what? All those Marines don't get to be in Hawaii, I guess.
Well, I was driving through Wyoming and there was nothing there.
Yeah.
They can go there and shoot.
In fact, you got out and shot your gun a few times just to enjoy.
Yeah.
I know. Ooh, let's see. If you are from a place in Hawaii, let us know. We might have a music video to play for you. Yes, please do. Yes. In fact, we have 5 minutes left. Shall we play a little music video to give people an idea of what we're talking about?
Sure.
Here? Okay. This one here, we'll play a Lono song because
good stuff.
Yeah, I like this one, and this one is I think it's. I forget what island it takes because I don't have them all memorized, but check this out.
Sandy beaches stretched across the southern shoreline. Look at the blue, blue water. Look at the clouds rolling by. Look at the island off in the distance. I look there too. And when the clouds start to form, it is the rain that starts to fall. We went out to play upon these shorelines. We would run and run into the dawning of our days in the sun. Look at the sandy beaches stretched across the southern shoreline. Look at the blue, blue water. Look at the clouds rolling by. Look at the island off in that starts to fall. We went out to play upon these shorelines. We would run and run into the dawning of our days in the sun. 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 Of our days in the sun.
There you go, gang. Mahalo nui loa. And that brings us to the top of the hour. Mahalo for being here. And a special thanks to Hawaii Volcanic Water, one of our sponsors here.
Floating across the screen there.
Floating, yes. And also, Doc Bailey Cranes and Equipment. That's on the TV side. So you know we have a television show here that we sometimes edit out parts of this to make that, but haven't done that lately. Doc Bailey Cranes and Equipment, Aloha Kia, yes, and T&T Tinting, right, and Oahu Golf Apparel.
Thank you.
There we go, right there. And a special thanks to our moderationist, Nandi Aloha, C Honda, Aware, and Devin. Mahalo for keeping the bowling ball in the alley and out of the gutter.
For me, it's thank you for keeping it in the building.
There we go. And thank you for being here on a Memorial Day. Now we can all get back to hanging out with our family and grinding slightly too much food. So, I'm going to poke the button, gang. Thank you so much once again for being here. And aloha no.